as an alternative asset class for my clients,
Oh yes.
and then no, absolutely not. And after a while, I understood that there was much more to it. So I could use blockchain, to build something new in the financial industry.
Yeah.
So that was my first approach, and I started to learn and study a lot after the work, blockchain and how to apply it in a real way in the financial industry.
That's very innovative. I really like what you're doing there. So can you tell us, Michele, why did you decide to build Next Group, and what's the vision behind it?
Yeah, sure. So, every industry evolves over time, and financial markets are no exceptions.
Yeah.
So with this vision in mind, I tried to find a way to connect what I was doing, so regulated asset management, and trying to find a way to transform the same work I was doing in a more efficient way, and let it available to everyone.
Yeah.
So I was unsure on where to build this. I come from Switzerland. We have Swiss rules that are very clear, but it's more for institutional clients, and that's fine. But I wanted to use blockchain, to reach a global audience, and solve many problems. So we decided to move to El Salvador, which has a dedicated digital asset law and a dedicated regulatory body. So as an entrepreneur, I felt safe to move there, coming from Switzerland, So, and then we incorporated the companies, so NextBridge, which is a regulated digital asset issuer, so issued tokenized assets in a regulated way with a public term sheet, very similar to TradFi, but on blockchain. And then NextPlace, which is a regulated hybrid digital asset exchange, meaning that user can register to our platform and exchange cryptocurrencies or our issuances, so tokenized fixed income product or equities.
Yes. Talking about your issuance, I wanted to ask, USTBL, which is your first issuance, received an A+ rating from Particular. What does this recognition mean for NextBridge and for investors?
Sure. Look, similar to TradFi, people trust, institutions that provide ratings. So you trust United States government bonds because they have a rating. There was AAA, now they have AA+. So people can assess the risk associated to an investment.
Yeah.
So USTBL is our first issuance, basically our tokenized treasuries, okay? And we got an A rating, meaning that the combination of our capacity to create new product, the legal framework. So we are in El Salvador, so some people could say, hey, look, El Salvador, sounds weird. So, you need to assess also the stability of the legal framework and everything else, the blockchain. So the combination of all the risky aspects have been included in this rating, which is good. An A rating is good. And therefore, people can have a common denominator to evaluate risk when we talk about digital assets, So other competitors, other issuers that maybe are using other jurisdictions or are operating from other jurisdictions using different legal framework, different blockchain, investors can assess in a very easy way the risk behind this product.
Absolutely. So, it's like a gold marker, really, for all your potential clients and investors.
Right, and also because there is a lot of noise in the industry right now. There are many products. Many people doesn't understand the difference between an NFT and a regulated tokenized asset. So, you need some clarity and an institutional documentation that explain this in a very easy way. So people can simply say, oh, A, let's get to me, I can invest in this, or they can read all the information that comes after the rating explaining why we got an A. So that's very important and very necessary for the future of the industry to increase adoption as well,
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have traditional finance and we have the tools in place and the framework in place for a reason.
Right.
So being able to bridge that into the crypto space is absolutely necessary and vital.
Right, we don't need to reinvent the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Actually, our goal is to use our knowledges, we are coming from TradFi, so to apply the same standard in the crypto industry, which is very much needed. And it's so painful because, we need to open many doors, and people at the beginning maybe doesn't understand why we are taking the hard way, but it's necessary. So my vision and my bet is that we need to, still continue investing in this because the moment will arrive when everyone else should turn into compliant or regulated businesses, you know? So things will change in the future. We are just creating the ground, let's say, for the future. Yeah, groundwork, thanks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fabulous. Well, can you tell me, Michele, Next Group recently closed an $8 million investment round. How will this funding accelerate your plans and expansion?
Oh, thank you for the question. Yes, we just recently closed a Series A $8 million round. These assets will be used for two reasons, let's say, for two purposes. On the digital asset issuance side, we will issue additional instruments, starting from publicly listed instrument to provide ease access to digital asset investors, but then we will also focus on helping small and medium enterprise to raise capital by issuing debt, for example, on-chain, okay? Yes, and then on the other hand, we also want to build a solution which is missing in the market, which is the market making for securities, digital securities, because you know in the market everyone can buy a token, but then you don't know when and at which price you can exit. So we are taking care of this because we know how to do it in TradFi. So we want to do it in the digital asset ecosystem as well, because market makers in Web3 are not used to touch securities, you know? So that's a little bit tricky. And on the other hand, with Nextplace, we are based in El Salvador. We started in El Salvador. We already got additional licenses, such in Latin America, like Argentina. So we are expanding our licenses across the globe. So Latin first, then Asia, and then who knows?
Well, that's very exciting, and I just want to thank you for your time, Michele. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope we've got a lot out of it from today, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You've been live with Michele from Nextplace at Token 2049. For more news and to stay up to date with the interviews, head to grapha.com or download the Grapha app.